Welcome to another mini episode of Teacher Talk with Miss Taryn, the wild wanderings of a teacher forever planted in kindergarten, happily. On this episode, I had the pleasure of interviewing two fantastic agents in the education community, a seasoned professor and scholar, Dr. Edward Podsiadlik, a teacher I myself have taken class with and loved, and a seasoned veteran special education classroom assistant in the Chicago Public School District, Kiana Jackson, who is now seeking her own licensure. I talked with both about their teacher and student perspectives in a college classroom, and lucky for you, you get to walk down this journey with me. Some nuggets of knowledge and perspective from the two are as follows. Invest in your students and invest in the community that you build in your classroom. It's easy to feel those same beginning of the year jitters as a K through 12 teacher. Can I really spend weeks on procedures and community? Yes. Yes, you can in K-12, and yes, you can in college. Those first sessions spent building trust, getting to know each other, and building a community will pay off tenfold down the semester. A student will always remember if you were available and approachable. Keeping your students and commitment to helping them succeed at the center of all your interactions and your syllabus will help pivot any changes in department structure or class structure. Listen, change is inevitable, but it is much easier to swallow if you navigate it by finding how you can continue to help students. As the esteemed Rafiki from The Lion King said, remember who you are. Don't be afraid to show who you are as a professor. It is appreciated by students when they get to know you, when they can see your character, whether that's in the feedback you give or in the course you designed. Take pride and confidence in your mission statement, in your values, in what you value. That's going to shine through. Students and faculty are there for more than rote knowledge. It's easy to get bogged down and stressed in the day-to-day checklist of what students and professors need to know. However, based on the reactions and highlights of Kiana in her interview, the interactions are what make the class. Edward also highlighted that same phenomenon, that they are there, the students, to construct knowledge as a group. They're there to wonder. They're there to gain insights. They're there to question. This is a great segue into one of our favorite segments. Well, what do you do with that? So, what do I do with what I learned from Dr. Podsiadlik and Kiana? I think I first can safely say I will make no assumptions about any learner. While perhaps it is the kindergarten teacher in me to want to oversupply support and knowledge, you won't ever truly know everything about a student. Revealing sensitive information such as, I'm scared to take this class, is hard to admit and even harder to reveal to a stranger. You'll never regret supplying support, even if you don't know in the moment if someone took it. Doing the work is non-negotiable. As a kindergarten teacher who has much in common with her 5-year-old students, I constantly wonder, and apparently that is not a bad thing. Students appreciate teachers who are looking to learn about them and their unique experiences, and what can I as a teacher pull into my practice from you, the student. You also cannot extend your students' learning if you aren't extending your own learning. Getting down into theory and scholarship is how you become the guru and fountain of knowledge and book recommendations that is Dr. Edward Podsiadlik. I suppose my own wanderings from these interviews leaves me pondering, what is the future for the arena of college courses? Dr. Podsiadlik has taught everything from in-person to synchronous. Kiana herself was looking for an in-person class, but ended up taking online by default and loved it. Now she has no interest in going into a building, but admits she loves the interaction and community she gets from synchronous. Where do we go from here? What is the strategy of universities, of professors? What avenue are we advocating for? Are we trying to preserve the in-person arena and all it has to offer? Or are all classes moving to an online format inevitable, and we simply will have to adjust our community building and how we give college students more than rote knowledge? I wonder. That's all for today, folks. Tune in next week for another episode of Teacher Talk with Miss Taryn. You won't want to miss next week. Calm classroom and how neoliberalism ruins everything.